My wife was pregnant with my child, but refused to treat me like the father or let me touch her bump, so I gave her an ultimatum. She then revealed a dark secret that changed everything, plus all updates. When my wife first became pregnant, she instantly started acting cold towards me, so much so that she wouldn't let me go to ultrasounds and wouldn't even let me feel the baby kicking in her belly. Her therapist suggested that this could be because she feels resentment towards me. He fully believes that because I have a 5-year-old daughter from a previous relationship, my wife doesn't feel special having my child. Ever since the therapist has explained this to her, my wife has completely gone off the rails. During our baby shower last week, she interrupted the entire celebration to tell everyone that this will not be my first kid, and that if anyone sees her distancing herself from me, not to ask her about it as it might trigger her. On top of pulling public stunts, she is also nasty and vile to me in person. If I ever mention anything about her bump, she comments about how my ex's was probably bigger. She refuses to acknowledge that I am the father of the baby, going as far as calling me the nut donor to her mother. If we go out together, she wears the loosest clothes so I don't see her bump. I'll even see her pull her shirt down when she sees me come into the room so I don't see her bump. She sat on me the other day, and her bump was right in my face, and I ran my hands over it, telling her, "You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You already are a great mom to Leah, my 5-year-old daughter from the previous relationship, and I can't wait to see you as our family grows." This the first times I was really able to feel her bump, so I rested my hand there and said, "I love you so much already. I'm so excited to meet you. I hope you have your mom's eyes." She moved off of me and said, "I know your ex had a bigger bump than me. I bet it was fun seeing Leah move all the time. You don't have to act like you care. I know you've done this before." I said, "I don't think about it that way. Leah is special, but this is a completely new and different special because it's with you, and our baby is someone completely new and special." She began to leave the room, and I could see her shoulders shaking from crying. I am 100% positive she is not cheating, nor has she ever. I just cannot wrap my head around why she doesn't want me to be happy about this. Thing is, the rest of the time is completely normal as long as I don't mention the baby. She is affectionate, initiates intimacy, and brags about what a good husband I am and how great I've made this pregnancy. We plan for our future, have date nights, and do everything else. Unfortunately, we had a fight where I snapped. I had a break between clients at work, so I went to a local baby store and got a lot of things she had planned for the baby and nursery from her Pinterest board. I came home and surprised her with flowers, a prenatal massage certificate, her favorite food, and the baby items. She seemed very grateful, but when I came home after going back to work, the items were no longer there. She said she returned them to buy Leah stuff, as Leah was going to feel left out. I lost it. I cried for the first time in our marriage and yelled that having a child with her was the worst mistake I've ever made, that at least my unfaithful ex gave me the chance to know my unborn child. I said that I didn't care about the baby, because she wouldn't even let me bond with it. Note, I do care and have since she told me, but I was trying to hurt her, like she hurt me. I told her that I hope she was as miserable as she made me, and that she better be prepared for a custody dispute. She simply said, "I know you don't care about the baby, but I'll die before you take my baby from me." What? I have begged her to let me interact with her and our baby. I told her what I said above, and she responded that I had those experiences already, so it shouldn't matter. I asked her if the baby was mine. I know it is, but I was just being mean. She threw her phone at me and said, "Yes, go through it. I'll do a paternity test, whatever you need." I called her parents and asked them to go to our house as we were having a disagreement, and I went to a hotel. I do not want to stress her or our unborn child, and I really want to repair this, but I truly don't know how. I'm staying at an Airbnb for now until we can figure this out, but I truly don't know what to do. I miss her like crazy, and I can't even begin to understand why she wants to behave this way. I have apologized for what I said, but I can't take back my words, and I worry about when our baby is born, if she will even want to be a family with me, or let me have anything to do with our baby. What should I do? Update 1. After I posted and stewed for a little while and had a couple of drinks, I called my father-in-law. He and my wife are very close, and I respect his opinion. He has been married for a long time, seems to have a happy marriage, and has good relationships all around with his family. I didn't specify what issues we were having, but since he was over at my house while I was staying in an Airbnb, it was no secret we were having problems. He has more of a traditional marriage, and at some point, he asked what I had to lose by putting pressure on her to talk. I said I feared I would push her away more, and he pretty much told me that I was already living in a separate house from my pregnant wife, freaking out about a potential divorce. What did I have to lose? He advised me to be a man and come back to my house and lay it on the line. I told him I'd be coming over the next day. They asked if they could take Leah to buy some sparklers for the upcoming holiday and spend the night at their house. I agreed. And when I went to my house the next day, I came in with flowers and stuff to make dinner. My wife asked what I was doing there, to which I replied that I live there and would like to sit down and talk. I gave a long apology for my actions and words. When I finished, I said it was her turn to tell me what was going on. She tried to claim nothing was wrong, that everything was okay. After a while, I said my heart was broken, that we have been through some tough things together, fought for each other, and now she was sitting there lying to my face. We both sat there, and she cried for about 30 minutes until eventually she said she felt like our relationship would end if she was honest. I said I would hear her out, no matter what. She admitted that it was hard for her because this would be her first child, and not mine. She didn't think it would bother her, but it did once she became pregnant. She confessed that she laid in bed at night thinking that if my ex had wanted to raise Leah, we would still be a family together, and she wouldn't matter. She expressed that seeing me emotional about our baby, wanting to touch her bump, or treating her well, made her think of me and my ex, and how I had already done all of the things she was excited to do with me. Near the beginning of her pregnancy, she had told a close friend that she couldn't wait to have a baby with her soulmate. Her friend replied that she didn't think soulmates had other children or baby mamas, saying that soulmates were two people meant only for each other. This upset her deeply, and she asked if I thought we were soulmates as she did. She described herself and our unborn child as my sloppy seconds family, saying that no one grew up dreaming of having kids with multiple different people, and that she was just the substitute when the family I wanted didn't work out. She also shared that she had found some old images of my ex on social media and couldn't stop comparing her pregnant body to hers. She feared the baby wouldn't be an equal to Leah in my eyes. It worried her when I would ask what she thought the baby would be like, wondering what would happen if the baby were disabled, didn't like to do the things we enjoyed as a family, or if the baby and Leah didn't like each other. She said that at one point, she found herself wishing I had never had Leah, so she wouldn't have to worry as much. That's when she knew she had to really put in the extra effort to maintain a relationship with Leah. She feared that between work and Leah, I wouldn't have time for a bond with the baby. She read articles online about fathers not bonding with their children until they were able to do things with the family, and that concern weighed heavily on her.